An examination of the function of Buddhist University in spreading and promoting the Buddhist dispensation ဆိုတဲ့ခေါင်းစဉ်မျိုးရှိတဲ့စာတမ်းအားဖတ်ကြားနိုင်ပါရန်ပြည်ဆိုင်ရာထေရဝါဒဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာပြုတက္ကသိုလ်ရန်ကုန်မြို့မှာဆရာတော်ဒေါက်တာရှင်ဇောတိကအားယူသည်စွာဖြင့်ပြင်လျှောက်အပ်ပါသည်ဗျာ
Good morning, respected Sierra Professor. Today, I would like to present my paper. The name of my paper is the study of Buddhist education. Especially my presentation based on our university, Theravada International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University. So, firstly, I would like to introduce about my paper. So, modern science and technologies are amazingly developing due to the competitive efforts of people in each country. Most of the people are spending time and money on survey works, although they try to work hard to fulfill their hopes. They cannot get certification, whatever they have. They have too much stresses. They are facing mental suffering and burning with the fire of greed, hatred, and delusion, so they do evil deeds. So although they have the high intelligence quotient, emotional quotient is lower and lower in them. They cannot tolerate each other. Scientists cannot find the effective way to cure their mental sickness. In this case, religious education plays an important role in the teaching how to train their emotion and mind. Most of the religious education help people refrain from all evil, to do what is good and to purify the mind, especially in Buddhist education. So even though there are many kinds of religion, so today especially I highlight Buddhist education. And also even though we say Buddhist education, especially as you know our country is Theravada Buddhist country, so that is why Theravada Buddhist education. So the Buddhist education is for the development of emotional quotient, developing loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, equanimity. Buddhist meditation is also remedy to cure mental suffering of modern scientific world. Indeed, meditation is the best way of life through a Four Noble Path. If we understand and practice it, we are able to understand the value of life. A good religious education is able to transform man both knowledge and his manifestation. So Buddhist education is very important in modern scientific world. It teaches people how to live righteously and kindly to each other and to live in harmony, peace and happiness. So study of Buddhist education in INTBMU. So our university, Buddhist University. As I already told you, even though we say Buddhist University, the study of Buddhism is many kinds of branch, especially Mahayana Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism. So especially our country, we study Theravada Buddhist study, Theravada Buddhism. So Myanmar plays prominent roles in studying and practicing the Buddha's teaching in the Theravada world. Therefore, foreigners come to Myanmar to the purpose of studying Theravada scripture and practicing meditation. However, they face the problem of language and other barriers which they could not overcome. In order to solve these problems and to promote Theravada Buddhism throughout the world, leaders of Sangha and states had a noble desire to establish an international Theravada Buddhist Missionary University. Their aim is perfectly matched with the current situation of Theravada Buddhism in Myanmar as the following grounds. Myanmar is one of the leading Theravada Buddhist countries which have preserved the Buddha's original teaching, being purified by Mahathera at the Sixth Buddhist Council. Myanmar has the reservoir of the learned Buddhist monks and scholars who are well-versed in Tipitaka. In studying and practicing the Buddha's original teaching, Myanmar is one of the best countries. So, and then how to enter. Before students come to the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, it is compulsory for them to take the entrance examination. For this exam, applications are requested to hand in their applicant to their Myanmar embassy in their own country or to the record and registration office in the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, no later than December 15. And then the foreign monks and nuns lay people must have the possess at least the matriculation or equivalent certificate. So for the laymen and nuns, Myanmar citizens must have their first degree, BA or BS. Myanmar monks must have Sadhana Dhammacarya certificate. All candidates need to sit for entrance examination prescribed by the university. They should have some knowledge of Pali, Theravada Buddhist scripture, and also they must have fluent in spoken, written in English. And then application have to sit 2 days for examination, usually on January 9 and 10. So coming January 9 and 10, we have the entrance examination at our university. So these are 2 papers for the examination of the first day. For paper 1, applicants are requested on English grammar, such as changing, adverb, passive, reading comprehension, proverbs, essay, letter writing, etc. For paper 2, it is to test about general knowledge in Buddhism. Second day, application have to attend the oral examination. Here, applicants may be asked questions concerning general knowledge in Buddhism, like a paper 2 question, or condition of Buddhism in their respected country. And also, especially for foreigner getting visa, the result will be released at the middle of May through the Myanmar embassy. And also, in admission letters will come to candidate within 10 days. With this letter, new students can apply Myanmar visa. Usually, Myanmar embassy issue 3-month visa. After entering the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, students can extend visa for 1 year. If someone wants to come here early, he or she would be better not come here with a tourist visa. Only meditation visa can be extended. So the meditation visa is recommended for newcomers who want to come early before knowing the result. And also the new students who have passed the entrance examination must register the diploma course, whatever degree they have. It does not matter. After diploma course, they can attend the Bachelor of Art course. That is why 3-year program, including diploma course. So diploma in Buddha Dhamma, 1 year, Bachelor of Art in Buddha Dhamma, 2 years, Master of Art in Buddha Dhamma, 4 years, Doctor of Philosophy in Buddha Dhamma, 5 years. So academic department and curriculum. So in our university, there are 4 kinds of faculty. The first faculty, Priyadi faculty, and the second one, Pratipatti faculty, and then the third one, faculty of religion and missionary work. And then the fourth one, faculty of languages and translation. Each faculty, we have the department. So in the faculty of Priyadi, there are 4 departments. Department of Vinaya Study, Department of Saudanda Study, Department of Abhidhamma Study, Department of Buddhist Culture and History. In the Pratipatti, Department of Dhammanulama, and the Department of Samatha and Department of Vipassana. And the Faculty of Religious and Missionary Work, Department of Study of Religions, and the Department of Missionary Work, Department of Research. And the Faculty of Languages and Translation, Department of English, Department of Pali, and Department of Myanmar. So in the diploma course, there are 11 kinds of subjects. So as the Theravada Buddhist University, nearly every subject from the Theravada Pitaka. So that is why Vinaya, Saudanda, Abhidhamma, Pali, Dhammanulama, Samatha, Vipassana. So Myanmar, especially for foreigner, English especially for local student, where religion and missionary work and Buddhist culture and history. And then in the first year BA, only 10 subjects. In the second year BA, 9 subjects. So and then for the Master of Art, in the master course of the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, only those who must recognize the degree with a GPA, grade point of average, A or better, who have enrolled in MA course can join this MA program. Academic year or MA course also will start from June. MA degree program runs a combined course of teaching and research. The course is 2-year program. After that, the candidate is required to submit a thesis within 1 year. All first-year MA students have to take 1 specialized major subject and 2 compulsory common subjects, that is, Pali and research methodology. In the case of Pratipatti, in the case of Pratipatti major students, they are required to attend practical Vipassana class, practical Vipassana meditation. So Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, as a general rule, only those who are eligible for MA degree from the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University can take the PhD entrance exam. Generally, the exam will take place on March once a year. Here, 4 questions will be asked. They are all answer 4 questions regarding Vinaya, Sutta, Abhidhamma, and also Samatha and Vipassana. To answer this question, it is needed for the candidates to cultivate research style, critical thinking pattern. So conclusion. One of the reasons why the International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University became successful is that university not only arrange its curriculum in accordance with the 6 Buddhist council texts, but also it has competent teachers who can skillfully teach Theravada Buddhism. It strictly follows the Theravada tradition, which became its significance. Here, what is meant by Theravada tradition is that the teaching of the Buddha should be kept in its original form without amending, removing, and adding anything to 3 Pitakas, and which the word of the Buddha have been preserved. They were proved in the first Buddhist Council. According to this significance, the university teaches canonical suttas to the students based on explanation of commentary, supplementary. In this way, the student fully understand the teaching of the Buddha, which makes them needless to rely on secondary source about teaching of the Buddha and give them to directly approach the original doctrine. As a result, students will have capacity to distinguish whether it is original teaching to the Buddha or not. So may the Dhamma guide all of us towards attainment of enlightenment. So thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Venerable Ujotikas, Associate Professor of the IDVM University. About study of Buddhist education, an examination of the function of Buddhist University in spreading and promoting the Buddha's dispensation. He presented the education process and the aim and objectives of the education of the IDVM University. Regarding this presentation, the audience are open to ask any question, anyone to know anything about the process. You are welcome.
Very good morning, sir. I'm here. Okay. Thank you for your presentation. Really very informative, the presentation that you have done now. So I have two questions here. At the beginning of your presentation, you opened with the phrase like religious plays important role in teaching how to train our emotion, our minds. You open with that. And then again, you give the solution with the meditation. Meditation could be a solution for us because everyone suffer a lot today. Not only today, a lot of people suffer in the previous time as well. So the first question, meditation, I think in the world, it becomes quite popular, especially in the West and in the United States. But here in Myanmar, it's very few people, interested in meditation. So how can we persuade our young generation, especially our Gen Z, Z generation, to start to interest in meditation? This is my first question. The second question, when you're talking about your university, Theravada Buddhist University, according to the requirement for foreigner, they just need to finish the first degree. Then they can come to study at your university. But for local students, at least they must finish Dhammasriya first. So, to my knowledge, I have a problem with my students because, some students, they are very good in English, some are quite poor. So very difficult for me to manage, the different students in my class. So similarly, in your university, local students have to finish Dhammasriya, but foreigner, maybe their Pali knowledge is very basic. So how can you manage to teach such students? Thank you. This is my two questions.
Yes, thank you for your question. Firstly, your question about the meditation. So in our country also, most of the people, they are happy only with some activity when we ask to practice Vipassana meditation. Not only laymen, especially, but also some venerable they are very afraid to practice Vipassana meditation. So in the monastery, when we have time to practice Vipassana meditation, most of the Venerable, they run away because they look afraid. And also, just only the teaching, theory is not enough. So we need to continue to practice Vipassana meditation practically. Without practical, our theory cannot be useful. So that is why we need to practice practically. And also, in our country, even though we study Pali text, commentary, but in the commentary, one of the commentary is very important for Venerable Buddhaghosa. The first commentary of the Venerable Buddhaghosa. The first commentary is very important when we study commentary. But in our country, most of Venerable, they do not study that commentary. That commentary is the theoretical meditation, especially for the Pratipatti. I think the name you are very familiar, Visuddhimagga commentary. Visuddhimagga commentary explains very detailed how to practice Vipassana meditation. So that is why not only practical, theoretical way is not enough. So that is why we should continue practical way. And then another question, the different level, so that is why some foreigner students, they are very good in English, but they do not have the Pali level. But for Myanmar Venerable, they are very skillful about the teaching of the Buddha, Pali, but sometimes they may weak in English. So at that time, especially in the diploma class, they can discuss each other student. Some Venerable students, they can teach their Pali knowledge, the teaching of the Buddha. At that time, they can speak with English. And then after diploma, Myanmar Venerable also become good in English. And also the foreigner students also, they are very well in Pali and also the teaching of the Buddha. So in this way, and that both are the successful in this way we manage in our university. So thank you.
Thank you, Bande. You have presented the examination of the functioning of the university for the supporting and promotion of the Buddha Sasana in your paper. So, concerning with your examinations, I would like to ask about the IDBMU University. So, how the university, for the missionary work, how university train the student for the missionary work, especially in foreign country. That's my first question. The second question is, how many qualifying student has exported or sent to the other part of the world to spread and promote the teachings of the Buddha? The
Yes.
first is how to train the missionary work.
Yes.
The second is how many qualified students has the university exported and sent. That I would like to know, sir. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you for your question. first question for student. In the beginning, we give the student the first one, Sudamaya Jnana. Sudamaya Jnana, that means understanding by learning. As our university is Theravada Buddhist University, that is why we give Theravada Pali text, especially Theravada Pali text. So that is why in our university we use the simple name, Vinaya study, Sutta study, Abhidhamma study. For Abhidhamma study, sometimes they may say Buddhist philosophy, but the teaching of the Buddha is very wide. Sometimes some philosopher, they may say the teaching of the Buddha is philosophy. Sometimes, according to the psychology, they may say the teaching of the Buddha is psychology. So that is why, according to our university, we never use such a kind of name. We use the original name. So and then we give such a kind of Sudamaya Jnana, our student, especially, and then we also give the practical way. In our university, every Thursday, all students, they have to meditate in the meditation hall. So at that time, they have experience not only theoretical way, but also practical way. So in this way, when they go do the missionary work, at that time, when they ask some question, something about the teaching of the Buddha, at that time, they can understand because of the Sudamaya Jnana. And also, according to practical way, sometimes some persons, they are very interested in the practical way. At that time, they can practice meditation and also they can instruct meditation. In this way, we train the missionary. And then what is another question? How many exposed? So the meditation, the missionary work, I understand two kinds of missionary work. Sometimes some missionary work, we go another place. At that time, most of Venerable, they understand this is a missionary work. Sometimes we take them to our place, and then we train, and then they go back to their place, and then they can do missionary work the whole life in their place. So in this way, I forgot number, in our university, many. When you go abroad, you will find many kinds of Venerable monks who are studying from our university. And also some Venerable monks, after studying our university, and then they go back to their native place, and then they create university, education center, etc. Many. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. When you are explaining about the missionary work, I am so pleased, Pandey.
Yes.
My first respect is to you already, sir. Is that I would like to know this, not only for missionary work. I mean, the university did the university send that qualifying the students or qualifying the scholar to separate promote the Buddhist teachings, not only in Myanmar. So in your explaining, you explain about the missionary work,
Yes.
not sending the missionary or the monks by, how is it, the calling them and train them. I mean, did the university send the scholar to other places? How many scholars that university has? That kinds of program is there or not? I would like to know, sir.
We do not have such a kind of program,
Yes,
but sometimes if they invite, sometimes we send some venerable, some teacher, such a kind of the place.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
My name is I came from University of Global Peace.
Yes.
Let me ask one question.
Yes.
I learned so many things concerning International Buddhist Missionary University. My question is, there are many universities around Myanmar. They faced some challenges such as language problem, subject problem, research problem. To spread the teaching of Buddha around the world and to do good research. How can we overcome, how can we solve language problem and subject problem effectively? Let me know your suggestion.
Yes. Language problem. If you want to speak, you should speak. So if you want to write, you should write every day. So sometimes I ask some student, they say, I want to write. So in the one day, how many paper do you write? They never. Because they say, I don't have any idea to write. So you can write in your daily life from morning to into the bed. The whole day you have whatever you do, and then you can write. So in this way, you can improve your writing and also. But most of the Venerable monks, even though they said they already passed the Machiria examination, but actually they study only traditional way. But we have continued to study. So as an example, the Chancellor Sero of our university, Pamo Seroji. So the whole life, they study the teaching of the Buddha, the whole life. So when I make a research in Thailand, at that time, the Venerable Seroji said, if you have some paper, please share me. I want to know. And this was nearly the whole life. So most of the Venerable monks, as a Priyati monastery, they already learned after finish the Machiria examination. They don't want to continue. They don't want to read the teaching of the Buddha. But we study only 3 Pali texts and 3 commentary. But we have many to continue to read. So that is why, in this way, we have to continue to study. So thank you.
Thank you.
Pande, I'm Nibuna Lengara from the Madura Buddhis University, Bugu. I would like to ask you one question about entrance exam of Theravada Buddhis University. I have some information. In Theravada Buddhis University entrance examination, they are very difficult to pass for local students. It is wrong or right, I don't know exactly. If it is right, I would like to know the reason of that matter. It is the policy of university or the quality of local student. Please answer me.
I think another. As my understanding, one who really passed the entrance examination, we really accept. Oh, because most of the Venerable monks, even though they already passed the Machiria, they already get the Machiria degree, they are very weak in English language. So that is why whoever passed entrance examination, we accept. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Venerable Choriga. I am Venerable Nyanina from the Maluta Buddhist University, Bago. I'm question concerning with the exchange program.
Yes.
Yes, especially a master PhD degree.
Yes.
Or your university is, do you have master degree and directly join your university and then PhD degree in translation? Do you have the university? This is HA program. Have or not?
Until now, no. So every kind of university, they have their own policy. So, and also I'm also one of the professor in Dhammaduta Chikenda University. This is Dhammaduta University. Do you have HA, these two university? Because Dhammaduta University, that's brother. Because they have their own policy. But so that is why we have to discuss. If we want to have such a kind of things, we have to discuss, and then we can solve this problem. So thank you in a way.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good morning. I'm Javana, and I'm from Tomato Buddhis University. So I want to know about research methodology. In Myanmar, most of the monks, they know about the research methodology, but now most of the Myanmar monks, according to the Myanmar monks, they know about the research. How do you support research methodology to the student in MCBU?
Yes, research methodology. So we, in our university, especially for MA student, we have the research class, and also when we study the research methodology, so as you know, we are studying the teaching of the Buddha. So that is why whatever I explain about the research method, don't forget textual method. Textual method, because in the Theravada Buddhism, we have many kinds of Pali texts. According to Saddha version, 40 books. 40, not 14. 40 books. So we have many kinds of Pali texts. As other religion, actually they do not have such a kind of text. They have only a few, very few. So sometimes when we have the many kinds of religion discussion at that time, I also want to know what they are teaching. They do not have the real text. At that time, even though they create the religious university, what are they teaching? What are they discussing? Have you ever think such a kind of thing?
Yes, okay, nice, very nice. Yeah.
So the Theravada Buddhists, we have the Pali text. So textual method. Textual method, especially textual method, based on in Theravada Pali text. The textual method, our late Dean Chair of our university, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, and then you already know.
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
also the professor in Vedananda Buddhist University, created by Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya. Unfortunately, Venerable Dhammapiya, as you know, passed away. His university also likes Venerable. But they are the same, but don't want to continue. So that's also one kind of the problem. Even though in our country, many Venerable, they create many kinds of university. How they continue if they do not have? So what I want to say is, the Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, he introduced this method, textual method, not only in our university, but also in Western University. In USA, he introduced textual method. So that is why, don't forget textual method, because we are studying the teaching of the Buddha.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Okay, very nice. But yes, another way that how we should promote the research methodology in our society. Yes, so suggestion only.
We should encourage. Yes, thank you.
I think your topic is related oral university,
Yes,
but you explain only your Theravada
yeah,
University.
because very quiet, so I only focus my
So I
university.
want to ask,
Yes.
how do you this another university? Can you explain for another university? How
another
do you this?
So another university. So I have experience as a professor. I also do Medanana Buddhist University, Dhammaduta Chikenda University, and also in the Awiyara Buddhist University. So as I already told, even though we say Buddhist University, but actually we are only Theravada University. Buddhism is many. Don't think Buddhism is not only Theravada Buddhism, many kinds of the Buddhism, but we only focus. So as our university also, and all over the world, any kinds of country we can accept, can come. And also any kinds of religion, this person, Buddhism or not, it does not matter. They can come in our university, but they have to study only Theravada Buddhism.
Your topic is you can explain in my country university, but you explain only your Theravada University. So how do you think for the university about the examination?
So other university, so examination, or what? About examination?
Not only your university, how do you think in our country for examination?
So as I compare according to my experience, so in our country, mostly, let me say, so mostly the other universities, they are just trying to stabilize. They are trying. So that is why in the beginning, to stand very difficult. So that is why they are just trying to collect some, and then the first problem, to get the students. This is also very difficult. Most of the Benedict, some Benedict, they want to get the degree in a short time. So that is why they may go abroad, and then they can get a degree. So some Benedict, they are skillful, some are not, as you already know. So in this way, there are many kinds of problems, and then later, maybe we can overcome such a kinds of problem. So thank you.
Thank you very much for your interest. In fact, your interest is encouraging those academicians, those leading figures endeavor to promote, to establish these institutions. As we all know, the Buddhist University in Myanmar are very beginning phase. They're like trying to fly a small bird. They may falling down or somewhere encounter some problems, but the education, let me comment to some. Let me have your time, 2 or 3 minutes. This is the process, a 3-time process, present, past, or future. And similarly, triangle is needed. Those who wish to learn and those who are going to give the knowledge. And to these 2%, the other angle supporting necessitated, like everywhere. So these triangles are comes together, the process is carried out. So the aims is to live a life righteously, as the presenter presented, the how to live a life righteously and kindly to each other in this problematic world. Nowadays, as the paper pointed out, the Ichu and Aichu, and there is another Ichu also missing. Then, in the words of Myuda Pnyao Upocha, we have three kinds of education. Educational head, intellectual education, that is regarding the IQ. And educational hands, that is Lamu, Nomu Pinya Astra. These are educational hands. And now, Buddhist University especially doing is the education of heart, that is Nalona Pinyaye or moral education. In ancient times, we are very proud of Myanmar. We have very good-hearted, and even the English has to be very admired. And these people are civilized, and these people are very good-hearted. They have recognized, because education is based on the heart. Nalona Pinyayi. So this is moral education based on the moralities. So anyway, we are very much thankful to those figures trying to make this endeavor to establish the educational process. I hope one day we will reach somewhere as the education. And I have read one article by the Bill Gates. Bill Gates was asked by a newspaperman, how much have you expected for the future by your advanced technology? And Bill Gates answered, let's wait and see how much technology can help the most needy people of the world. So now the time nowadays we present Myanmar on one side enjoying the privilege of that technology, on the other side we are facing problems. Then investment to these endeavor, to this job of educating people. American President Bill Clinton also spoke that nowadays everything is moving. The world is moving with a very fast speed. At the end, all other natural resources may come to an end. At the end, the only resource that is rooted in a nation is its own people. Its own people educated with moral education or intellectual education or with many aspects of education. Nowadays, everything is moving. Capitals, factories, even the entire industries are moving. So at that time, Bill Clinton spoke for that. That's why the unmovable, unshakable, ultimate source of human resource. Ultimate resource is his own people. That is human resource. And we have in Myanmar, there is no such ministry naming human resource development. By our knowledge, our neighbor, the Indian government, they have Ministry of Human Resource Development, HRD, right? In education, they have also the University Grant Commission at the top of the government. Nowadays, to cover some of the questions, why our university has not linked or something, the problems or equivalents or recognized. At one point, whenever in order that I would like to suggest you didn't mention, but you mentioned the government set up that two state university, Priyadi Sasana. In my opinion, government not set up the two state Sasana University. It's Mengon Siaroji set up the two state university. Yes, of course, by the assistance and helpful, generous attitude of the government, right? True. So, human resource development, and now we are in the process, okay? So for this purpose, we have feeling of much great gratitude to that founder of the university in Myanmar from Tirugu Siaroji is like pioneer of Buddhist University, and after that Dhammaduta University and many other universities are also coming up. For this, we are very much appreciated for those leaders of the university and founder, the chancellor, all these. Okay, for the time, now our section should be conclude this much. Thank you very much for your interest.